Hey, what's up guys, Sir Emanon here, and welcome to another episode of Inside High Rated DB. And you can notice right here, we got Trif Gaming here, which should be pretty interesting. And he's got a 1208 rating, so he's pretty high up on the ladder. But yeah, this is the live commentary series where we just go ahead and hop into random DB matches and just check what's happening. But Trif playing Zoo, that ain't Pendulum. I'll leave a link to his channel, of course, as per usual. Oh, this is Zoodiac Eldlich, alright. So we're gonna see a Ram as well as a Cursed Eldlich, very strong opening. So he's gonna go ahead and search for a copy of Conquistador. His opponent's name is Zuku Senryu. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He has 773 rating. So this is my 6th time, I think, trying to record a match for this series tonight. Things have just not been going well, guys. It's a combination of me not being satisfied with my commentary for some of them. Others I joined later than game 1 because it looked like they had just started the game, but nope, you haven't. DB has not implemented a system where we can spectate based on recency of games. That would make things a lot easier for this series, but that does not exist to my knowledge. But it looks like he just went for a Trident and gonna set 3. Interesting, he didn't go for a popping of his own Cursed Eldlich. We see that done quite frequently, actually, where you can pop your own Cursed Eldlich to make sure that you have an elixir in circulation. We're going to see Cursed Eldlich on his opponent's side, though, so an Eldlich Mirror of some capacity. That's going to search for Golden Lord. But yeah, just nothing has gone well tonight. Like, one of the matches I spectated was literally a 2-0 Dragon Link match in 5 minutes against, I don't even remember what the matchup was, but it was just not pretty. But we are going to see, I think it was Zoo actually, but we are going to see Golden Lord send away a Scarlet. That's gonna get rid of the Trident. Maybe Trif's just valuing his Eldlich engine at the moment. Golden Lord gonna go ahead and send away the Cursed. Excuse the heater in the background if you guys can hear that. It should shut off momentarily, but that'll go ahead and summon the Golden Lord to the field. This could be Zoo, this could just be regular Eldlich. Cursed Eldlich can go ahead and also send a Golden Land. So he's in a pretty decent spot at the moment. He has Scarlet and Grave, so he can get a Conquistador or a Hcabe. He's going to send a Hcabe with the Cursed Eldlich here. And go to battle phase, attack for 35. He's going to use Conquistador. Pretty interesting choice. He's going to opt to use it as a blocker. And then in main phase 2, we're going to see Zuku Senryu set a couple of cards. And then end phase can trigger both the Hcabe and the Scarlet to set 2 from deck. So we will see how Trif is going to be able to recover from this one. He's still in a pretty fine spot because he has a Eldland here face up. So the sets are going to be Scarlet and Hcabe. Excuse me. And that's going to be a pass from there. Trif's going to draw for turn. He's going to use the Cursed Eldlich. That could perhaps search for a Lord of his own. Or perhaps another Golden Land. It's kind of awkward. But because like if you try and hit the Golden Lord, like he has Scarlet sets, that's not really a whole lot of a point in doing that. If you try and hit the Hcabe, can hit the Lord out of your grave, so that's really bad. I think he searched Hcabe there. And then these are just random back rows. He is going to use the Lord. That's going to target a random set. I don't know. That seems a bit risky when you know that there's a Hcabe set. Because these two engraved don't really matter that much. He's targeting this one. DB sometimes has issues showing the pointer. The one closest to deck. Yeah, some people just use tokens. To indicate what column it is. Man, I miss real life play. I can't wait for it to resume. Gonna be chaining the Yugioh in response. That's definitely gonna get rid of the Golden Lord out of the graveyard. Like, these two would both just get another Scarlet, so it's not gonna be that impactful. Oh, okay, so this is definitely pure Eldlich then, because he's playing Skill Drain. I guess Zoodiac Eldlich could play this, but seems unlikely. Ah, the last card in hand is a Barrage. That's not bad at all. So he can go ahead and use the effect. We don't know what he's targeting. Could target the Tanky, could target the Cursed. It is going to target the Cursed. So that can get another Golden Lord into the graveyard. So that is actually quite good. So now he doesn't really mind the fact that his Golden Lord got banished. He can use Lord effect, or sorry, Curse effect. That can send a Golden Lord to graveyard. This is looking a lot better for Trif now. I suppose any Zoo really would have fixed that, because he could have also just Dryden popped his own Curse Eldon, but this also just affords the ability to use his Zeus for different things. I mean, Dryden's also in graveyard, so I mean, it would have been very delayed as well. So, like, Barrage was best case scenario for that play. So he has to think quite a lot, because this is not a matchup where you can just blindly Zeus. You definitely can get value out of it, but we'll see. Ooh, Zuku is thinking. I do wonder if he's going to Conquistador this. If you do, it puts them back on just the Eldlich package for one turn. Oh, gonna Torrential here. Quite interesting. So this accomplishes the same thing pretty much. This won't be able to be destroyed. And then Yugioh goes to grave. So you have Lord and grave still. He's going to use that effect. That's going to send away Tanky. No response here. Eldritch Mirrors are really, really tricky to pilot. But I think Trif is actually in a much better spot now. That Barrage really got him a lot of value. Because it would have just basically blanked the Yugioh. He's going to go to battle phase and actually crash. I find that to be a pretty interesting decision. You notice his opponent has a Scarlet set. He's going to use both the Conquistador and the Yugioh. That's going to set double Elixirs. His opponent can't use Yugioh here, but can use the Scarlet if he so chooses. And he is going to do that. So I do wonder what these two back row here are, the one closest to Trif's deck. So those are unknown, and then the center back row is unknown as well, I do believe. So Golden Lord hits the field. And Zuku kind of has to turn this game around quite quickly, because there is another chance for Barrage to fire. Trif is still in a pretty good spot. Oh, but the Curse Eldon, that's a very, very good one. Alright. So that can fix things to some extent. Curse can go ahead and search for a Golden Land. Or maybe a Lord, but I don't know. Lord seems a bit suboptimal, I will say. So he's going to grab Conquistador. Ooh, just going to go in for 25. Perhaps. Maybe he'll flip up Scarlet just to block. He already went through both of his Lords. So he's going to go ahead and Scarlet to bring back. No response to that. So Trif's Eldritch rotation is a little bit wonky right now. Zuku has both access to Golden Lands and Elixirs, whereas Trif's playing a bit behind, unless if one of these happens to be a Golden Land, which is very possible. We're going to see a Yugioh and the Scarlet used in the end phase here. So we can expect more Elixirs on the side of Zuku here. he's gonna set Conquistador off of the Scarlet, and then off of Hcabe he's gonna get either the third Scarlet or maybe like a White Destiny. Looks like it's gonna be the third Scarlet. So he knows there's double Conquistador set. He's going to Ice Dragon's Prison. Oh, that's a big swing now. So that's gonna banish both Golden Lords. And that is gonna be big if there's not a third one in the deck. It is possible though, because this is probably pure. He's playing Torrential and Skill Drain. Although to be fair, again, Torrential could be used in like Zoodiac Eldlich, so it's not super conclusive yet. Trif's gonna draw for turn. He does have the Barrage. Standby phase. We might see an activation of this Scarlet right here. There is. Okay, so this is absolutely got to be pure Eldlich then, because he's on 3. But the Ice Dragon's Prison is still massive, because that does mean that any Hcabe hitting this Lord is going to just immediately end the game. He's going to also Conquistador in the standby phase. Probably going to try and hit the Barrage. I don't really see a point in hitting the Lord here, because you know that there's a Scarlet set. Yeah, she's going to hit Barrage. So, if Trif hasn't drawn a Zoo, then I guess it is back to an Eldlich Mirror. That's kind of like the interesting thing, is like, this either becomes an Eldlich Mirror, or Zoo versus Eldlich, or it can be like the hybrid versus Eldlich. So, really interesting how like this deck pivots based on just what resources are present. He's going to use a Golden Lord to hit over the Conquistador and just set one and pass. Thankfully for Trif now though, he does have access to a Golden Lord, or Golden Land. Jeez, I keep getting Land and Lord mixed up. But he's gonna set Hcabe, very, very good choice, because any way to get rid of Lord is, again, just gonna instantly win. So his opponent, now Zuku, still has a lot of access to various Eldlich portions of his engine, but he is running a little bit low. Interestingly, I think Zuku is also in a similar predicament where if he manages to get rid of this Lord via Hcabe, Trif will also be kind of out of his Eldlich stuff, because Zoodiac Eldlich does not play 3. So both players are basically on their last Golden Lord, which is really interesting. So we're gonna have to see how this shakes out. What I find to be interesting is that he used the he used a Scarlet last end phase to grab another Conquistador when we saw he searched Conquistador off the Eldland later, or earlier in the turn rather. So he had double Conquistador set instead of a Hcabe plus Conquistador. So maybe he's only on 2 Hcabe, and if that's the case, then Trif might be favored in terms of longevity here. Because without any way to reliably hit this out of graveyard, your opponent is going to also have the Zoo engine to back this up. So it's only going to be a matter of time before like Zeus will actually just be able to be a lot more crippling, in the sense that, you know, the Golden Lorians and the Eldixirs won't be able to float into anything that meaningful if like this ends up getting banished. So I think it's very much a game state where Zuku is on a timer. Like, he has to find something really fast, because he's not in a great position here. That's like one of the advantages of playing like a hybrid build. I think both Zoo and Eldlich are not very good decks when they play pure. Like, they can compete, but like I think they're both strengthened when they have supplementary engines. I think they complement each other quite well. Because like Zoo has no problems getting its plays, but it's really easily interruptible. And then if that's the case, then like it can't really play the long game. But Eldlich excels in playing the long game, but has a hard time getting started. So like they cover for each other's weaknesses. That's why it's good. But Trif is going to be thinking, this is a very critical turn. Now, what's interesting also is that Trif has a Scarlet set, I do believe. And he can't use it because he's out of Golden Lord. So he's never able to get it into graveyard, just to be able to banish. So he can get access back to his like Conquistador perhaps. Because if he can Conquistador this and then Hcabe out of graveyard, then again, that's just like a lot of the end of the game. Now, I did say that like it's possible that Zuku is only playing 2 Hcabe, which is true even in a pure build, but this middle set that hasn't been used could also be Hcabe, because he did use Hcabe turn 1 to hit the first Lord out of graveyard, and he never has gotten really a good chance to use it after that. So there is a chance that this is a walk hero, but the normal summon Ram gonna be able to find Trif back into his Zoo engine. Obviously, you're not gonna Conquistador this, but we will see what ends up being the response here. We still know that there is double Conquistador set because it was searched twice here. So both this set and this set are Conquistadors. He's gonna go for Shotgun. You might want to consider firing off the Conquistador here. We know that there is no Barrage anymore, so in terms of extenders, there's not very many. This deck does not tend to play Monster Reborn. Just because this deck does not suffer from like the same weaknesses of just lack of extenders that Pure Zoo tends to, because you don't need them as much when you have your Eldlich engine to back everything up. He's thinking on the effect of Shotgun. He's let the summon go through. So we will see what the response is going to be. I'm very, very curious. He's going to Veiler the Shotgun. Very interesting. It seems kind of awkward. Because at some point you're going to have to answer the impending Zeus. Because again, if you get your Golden Lord hit out of grave, then it's going to be really, really hard to deal with. Also, there is a Whiptail. So it's possible that Trif goes Tiger Mortar to equip Whiptail and then just try and straight up banish the Lord that way. I think that would be a very, very strong play. Because that's going to immediately force out Conquistador for sure. And then you basically got your job done. Where your opponent threw 2 cards at your Zoo engine. Which is why it's like, you know, it's really efficient. Because it's such a low resource investment. Where you only have to, you know, use 1 card. And you force both a Veiler and a Conquistador. So he is going to attach the Whiptail. There is going to have to be a response here. Because if this gets banished, it's definitely just the end of the game. Like I've been saying this whole time. So we'll see. He's going to go battle phase. There's no way you let this go through. Yeah, I was going to say, there's absolutely no way. Like 0% chance. Is there going to be a Conquistador to answer the Conquistador, though? No, the answer is no. So, Zuku is still in the game. Very much so. We know this set is Wakero. So, Golden Lord's going to attack over the Conquistador here. Oh, actually, I think last turn he had a chance to use this Conquistador in Graveyard, but he didn't, so he might be out of Elixirs. So he might just no longer have, like he might not even be playing a White Destiny or things like that. Black Awakening. So we will see what the play ends up being. Because funnily enough, now this Cursed Eldon actually doesn't matter if he is, because he's out Conquistadors. We know where they all are. Yeah, he's just out. Like he just is out of them. Oh, maybe I missed a window. Or maybe he just wasn't able to actually use Conquistador at any point. It's been a long match. This has been a 18-minute game 1. Okay, so he is playing White Destiny. So this is actually very good. Because now he's going to be able to actually fade 1 Wakero. So that's not bad. So Trif is going to actually be better off if he's able to Whiptail this instead. I mean, he does have another Conquistador set over here, but that's not going to be that big of a difference in the long term if he just gets more zoos. But Trif's also kind of running out of zoos. He only has, most people play 5 zoo names, so he doesn't have too many left. But he does have 2 tanky, so he has 4 zoos functionally in deck if he's playing a standard ratio. He switched his Golden Lord and passed. This is a very, very like delicate game state. Neither player is willing to commit, which is reasonable. So I'm thinking that like this set isn't Wakero anymore, because what's stopping him from like going Conquistador and then Wakero hitting it out of the graveyard? Because that puts you in a very good position too. So he's only on 2 Wakero. Like that would be kind of my read if I was in this game playing. Trif's gonna set another card and pass. Both players full back row, 1 Eldlich, and then cards in hand. This is what we call Eldlich mirror matches. This is like really, really fascinating to watch, but it is nauseating to play. Like, it is really hard to navigate these games. There's gonna be a bunch of passing. In terms of a deck at war, Trif is favored right now. Very, very interesting. I do wonder what these sets could be. We know one is Hcabe, we know one is Scarlet, we know one here is Conquistador, and we know this is White Destiny. So we don't know 2 back row on this side, and we don't know 3 on this side. Unless if I already forgot, which is entirely possible. I'm not gonna lie, it has been, again, just a super long match here. But what could end up happening is, like, Trif is playing Ice Dragon's Prison. So that could also come up, potentially. Let me read Ice Dragon's Prison real fast, actually. So what could happen, right, is he could just target the Veiler, and then if he has a Golden Lord or Golden Land spell, geez, I'm getting that confused all the time this game, but you don't have to actually banish a monster with the same type as a type that you special summon. It doesn't even have to be the same monster, right? You can just banish any monster from both players' fields with the same type as each other, right? So what you could do is, like, you can just flip up a Golden Lord or Golden Land, Jesus, and then summon Veiler, and then banish like your own Hcabe and then their last Lord, and that's just it, right? So he is going to Conquistador now, so he's firing the trigger a bit. He's also looking at his extra deck. Oh, this is Dogmatika Eldlich. Wow. it has been 50,000 turns and we have not seen a single Dogmatika. That is wild. So he's going to use the Nadir Servant. Alright, so it is not pure Eldlich. To be fair, this deck definitely can play Skill Drain. Absolutely, so... Wow, that is a plot twist, huh? I'm very entertained by this. I know a lot of people, like, really are not interested in this meta right now. Or, like, a lot of people don't care for it. But, I don't know, I really like the meta apart from just a couple of, like, problematic cards. Personally, I think this meta is, like, super interesting. So he's going to go ahead and send Entis. That's going to search for what I would imagine is Ecclesia. Imagine not seeing any Ecclesia or Servant for, like, actually 15 turns. That's crazy. Entis is going to go ahead and be able to pop. What do you hit? Maybe you hit Hcabe, right? Because, yeah, that's, like, the biggest threat to your Eldlich. But now, it's not the end of the game if his Eldlich gets, or his Golden Lord gets hit out of grave because he has Dogmatika cards. So, this really turned around. This whole kind of premise of him needing to play, or keep this alive. Wow, he hits Torrential. Crazy. Jeez. Man, it's so interesting. He's playing 3 Golden Lord in a Dogmatika list as well. Really trying to preserve that grind. He's thinking, oh, he's going to use his last Scarlet. I think that is his last one, right? Or maybe it's not. Oh, no, it's not his last one. Holy. So he's going to Ash in response. Is there going to be a response to this? Alright, so we're just going to take the 25. And then in main phase 2, we're going to see a set. He's not committing to the Ecclesia. Probably because he saw Torrential. I mean, it's also possible that multiple of these sets are simply just punishment already. He doesn't need to use it. Like, why play into Torrential when you don't have to, right? So we know this is White Destiny right here. And we don't know any of the other sets. Also, yeah, it's fair because, like, Curse Eldon's preventing him from attacking anyway. Needle Sealing! Oh my! He's playing Needle Sealing in the main deck. Fascinating. So he's going to use Golden Lord. And now he's on 35. So he's able to Hcabe this Eldlich out of the graveyard if not for this White Destiny. Man, what a crazy mirror match. Well, I say mirror, but it's not even really a mirror, technically, because they're playing different engines, but by and large, this is definitely an Eldlich mirror. The Eldlich cards have done, you know, the majority of the heavy lifting. We'll see, though. This is very fascinating. Right, so Zuku's Golden Lord does go to Graveyard. Will we see a Hcabe? The answer is not yet. Scarlet can now be used. Trif has actually not gone through that many Golden Lands. He has 2 Conquistadors left. And he has a Scarlet left as well. I imagine he's on the 2 walk hero ratio. So his second one is set. But man, this got super, super duper interesting. Alright, so we're gonna see Zugu draw for turn. Man, you guys are gonna have like a very long video on your hands. This is 25 minutes in this game 1. My goodness. Alright, so he's going to use the Lord to send away the Cursed Eldland. Will we see Walk Hero chain in response? The answer is no. He does know that there is a White Destiny there. So I wonder if he's going to like try and get rid of this. Like before ever going for Walk Hero. I don't know though, because like what other targets are you reasonably going to try and hit? Like maybe a Titaniclad, but I don't know. Titaniclad seems far from needed even. Like there's already Ecclesia. It's gonna go straight to end phase. Jeez, like these players are holding every single one of their resources. It is kind of wild right now. He's gonna go battle phase. Trif is, that is. And Trif's just gonna head over the Conquistador. And we're just gonna continue in this stalemate. This is a very, very locked impasse, as one might call it. It really is probably going to come down to just the other engines at this point in the game. Wait a second, there's actually a play that you can do, right? Couldn't you do Chainlink 1 Walk Hero, Chainlink 2 Conquistador, and then Resolution, Conquistador pops this, and then Walk Hero summons afterward, and then hits this out of Graveyard? That'd be a play that I would consider. I would definitely consider doing that. Well, I would have if not for the fact that there's still a whole freaking Dogmatica engine in here. So Ecclesia gonna go ahead and search for a copy of Punishment. And will we see a crash to try and just get in? It looks like the attempt is gonna be made. He's gonna Conquistador in response. So Trif is not going for that play. He's just going to put the Golden Lord back into the graveyard. I'm just thinking about it again, like Chainlink 1, Walk Hero, Chainlink 2, Conquistador, Resolution, this resolves, pops this, and then continue the chain, this goes ahead and banishes Golden Lord out of grave. Then there's just no window for White Destiny to ever be used. Yeah. I think that's a play that I probably would have tried to do. He's going to set Cursed Eldland and then immediately get rid of it for the Golden Lord in Graveyard. Yeah, I think Trif could have been able to like accelerate this a lot more. Now, again, to be fair, in terms of deck out, which we have to now consider as a real possibility, Trif is favored right now. I have not seen an Eldlich Mirror go on for this long, though. He's gonna set another card and pass. He says misclick. Meant to go battle phase. Yeah, I think definitely that's reasonable. Lord attack Ecclesia. That's good to see that he was not gonna like, be a stickler about that one. So he's gonna attack for 1,000. Right, he's gonna think in main phase 2. Wonder what links he's playing, if any. Like you can maybe like, if you're playing Barricade, you can like try and get back Barrage. But he's just gonna end. Yeah, I really think Trif had a window there to just permanently get rid of this Golden Lord, so that it just, because like if you're playing just against Dogmatica, I don't think you ever are feeling too bad. Because you can just play against Punishment forever. As long as your opponent has no threat of banishing your last Golden Lord, you're just gonna be able to always beat over their Dogmatica cards, pretty much. Alright, so he's gonna switch Golden Lord to attack and try and attack over the Conquistador. Trif is thinking in response. What a wild, wild game right here. He's gonna Hcabe in response. Oh, maybe he's doing it now. Does he have another Conquistador set? If he does, that'd be really, really good. And I think he should have done this before, but not too late if he has another Conquistador. He does have a third one. It's tough if you're in Zuki's position. Because if you see what's coming, then that is going to be rough. If we see that, I think we are going to see the end of the game. Ice Dragon's Prison also does work here. Yes, there it is. All right. Finally. Yeah, I think he should have done this a turn prior. But this is definitely good. He's going to Punishment Response. Okay. Gonna target the Golden Lord. I'm just convinced that Zuku has no more walk arrows. Which again is not surprising to see in even in pure Eldlich, but still is kind of fascinating to think about. So he's going to send Omega. Interesting. So what did Conk hit? Did Trif forget to resolve his... Oh wait, no. I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. Wow. I'm really dumb. This hit the Golden Lord. He couldn't... Yeah, he couldn't. Oh my god, my brain is like melted at this point. Yeah, obviously Golden Lord's not on field anymore. Yeah. Yeah, if he had done that the turn prior... I mean, provided that none of these were also punishment, which, I mean, there's 3 unknown back row. One of them could very easily be punishment. But, like, now he knew there was punishment there, so, like, that was an outcome that could have happened. I mean, somehow I didn't see it, even though it was, like, super obvious. Excuse me, but... yeah. Now we're back to the impasse. Omega could recycle this Lord, but I mean, Trif has a Scarlet left still, so that doesn't even like really do anything. He's gonna shuffle back Conquistador. I think that's what it was. But yeah, just I don't know. This is not looking great still. For either player to have a clear path to victory apart from Trif's deck out. Alright, so he is going to Scarlet to put the or set the Conquistador they just put back. There's just not really any way for Izuku to really deal with like the Eldlich engine here. But same with Trif, I guess, right? Because that was his last walk hero. No, he's playing a rank 5 in Zoo Eldlich. Wow, he's playing Pleiades. Crazy. He found room for it. I wonder what he's gonna bounce here. Because like hitting random back row doesn't seem amazing. I don't know. This doesn't seem like. This doesn't seem that impactful. Surely, right? You know this is Conquistador here. You know this is White Destiny. If you bounce Lord, it doesn't really resolve anything different. But if you have Tenki, that's pretty decent. Imperial Order. Okay. I wonder if he's gonna Pleiades to bounce the order in response. Alright, he's just gonna let it go, and he's gonna use Golden Lord instead to send away the Tenki. Trif's actually in a good spot here. Because Conquistador does not respond very well to this because of Pleiades. I think Trif actually has won this game. Provided nothing like wild... I mean, actually no, White Destiny's turned off because of Imperial Order. So, these two back row and whatever cards in hand are going to have to put in work. Gonna be activating the Conquistador in response to the attack. Will we see Pleiades be used in response to the Conquistador as Chainlink 2? The answer is yes. He is going to target the Conquistador. Is there anything to stop this Pleiades? Maybe an impermanence? We are in the battle phase, so no Valor. We did see Valor, but Imperm could be an option. And that's going to be it. After a, what is this, 35-minute game 1, Trif is going to finally take it home. Alright, well, no matter how satisfied or unsatisfied I am with my commentary, I know my commentary probably isn't amazing right now, but we're just gonna roll with it because I am not gonna I'm not gonna record all this time and then just not upload this game. But yeah, what a crazy series of events there. It would have been interesting to see, like, if Trif had done the Walkero into Conquistador play the turn prior, would Zuko have had a response? Like, was there any like punishment set? That would have been very fascinating to find out. But we're gonna move to game 2. This is game 2. Zuko is going to choose to go first here. If you guys are enjoying this video, definitely give it a big like, big thumbs up, because this is a pretty interesting match. Definitely also be able to subscribe if you're new here and you enjoy content similar to this style of video. But we are going to carry on here. Zuko is going to start off with standard Eldlich stuff. Just going to set 3 cards and pass turn. Trif is going to draw. He's going to start out with the Cursed Eldwin. That is a very, very strong start. That is going to be met with the Imperial Order. So this turns off potential Tengi's or Barrages. He's going to use Golden Lord effect. That's going to send away a random back row. Let's see what it ends up being. It is going to be a Scarlet, so he will use that in response. No Ash from Trif. Lord can then send away the Cursed Eldland. Oh, Zuko's thinking here. Makes me wonder if this is maybe a Conquistador to try and deny Lord, but that doesn't seem that good. Because he's going to get access to Scarlet no matter what. Wondering what this set could be. It's possibly another Floodgate. We saw Torrential in game 1. We saw Skill Drain. Could be a punishment. Although it's unlikely he'd be thinking here if it was just punishment. Very interesting to see. Alright, so no response to this window. Lord is going to be used. That's going to send away the Cursed Eldland. No response to that. Cursed can now also trigger. He might opt to not do it. I would consider not using Cursed Eldland. Yeah, I was just going to say, because this has proven to be a very grindy matchup, and you want to have as many resources left in your deck. Like, you don't want to throw away a Walkero here, because like that's very, very strong. Like, Walkero plus Ice Dragon's Prison, again, is just like super, super powerful in this particular matchup. Gonna go ahead and attack over the Golden Lord, and then end phase, activate the Conquistador after setting 1 in main phase 2. He's gonna set a copy of Scarlet. And then pass turn. He cannot use this Scarlet here, so that's just gonna be a pass. Unless if there's something to activate in end phase here. Right, he is gonna opt to just draw. Gonna take the 700 and standby. And then now we gotta see if he's gonna use Golden Lord. We know Trif has Scarlet set. Neither player having that many resources just yet. We are going to see the Scarlet use in main phase 1. That's going to go ahead and set a Golden Land from deck. I think Zuko also doesn't really want to throw away too many Golden Lands because they're all just super useful. Walkero, again, like super, super necessary in this matchup. So he's going to set it. And then I wonder what he's going to do with this Golden Lord in Graveyard. How much is he evaluating this Imperial Order is the real question. He's gonna go ahead and send away a Scarlet to activate Golden Lord's effect. He's going to summon it in defense position. It's a little tricky because Trif is going to have access to Lord no matter what here. Like, even if he crashed, like, that wouldn't have been good because Trif had a Scarlet, of course. So, the impasse begins. Will either player be able to make headway? This is super fascinating, watching Trif play a control deck. He navigated game 1 quite well. So he's going to go ahead and just switch Lord to defense and then set a card and pass. End phase, we are going to see Conquistador. Pretty interesting. Oh wait, he forgot to play or pay during or for order. Hopefully he sees this. He might not see it. I'll actually message his opponent too. Let's see. Okay, what happened there? Hold on. Wait, I gotta pay attention. Alright, so Scarlet was used, was it? I did not even pay attention. Hold on a sec. So Conquistador was used, and Scarlet, as well as Wakero. Alright, there we go. They fixed it. Alright. Okay, so what exactly happened here? I was like busy typing and I just didn't pay attention. Was this Scarlet stopped? What got popped off Conquistador? And Eldwin was banished off Wakero? Is that what happened? Did this not resolve? Wait, I'm so confused. Alright, so... Geez, this is wild. Did he not resolve Scarlet? I'm so confused here. I can't say definitively if he was supposed to resolve this because I was, again, like trying to fix the order thing or like message him about it, so not sure. We'll just see what happens. Like, I saw Conquistador and then I remembered about this and then Scarlet was used. I don't know what happened. Like, it's in graveyard, but there's no other Lord in field. We'll see what's happening. We'll just use this as the accepted game state. I'm sure one of you guys can catch it in the comments. What happens there. But I'm fairly certain there should be another Lord in field right now. I'm just gonna ask him about it. He's gonna go for the BLS link. I'm just so confused about what happened with this Scarlet. He had the Lord in field, right? It was on field the whole time. He sent away Eldwin turn 1. But he flipped this. Like, he Conquistador popped 1 Lord. Oh, never mind. I realize what happened now. Okay, I realize what happened. So what happened was the Conquistador popped this, and then this brought it back. That's what happened. Okay. Jeez, it took me that long to realize that. My god. I am very slow. Alright, so the BOS Link going to be attacking into the Golden Lord. Alright, this is what happens with live commentating when I'm like trying to multitask. I have to like be fully focused on the game in order to like actually be active in commentating. Because I am prone to messing things up. Alright, so BOS going to banish the Torrential. I don't know why it's in the main monster zone. Why is it in the main monster zone? Somebody explain that one to me. Oh gosh. I just don't understand anymore. It's been too long of an Eldlich mirror. I'm gonna have to make a pin comment being like, oh yeah, I like eventually realized that I was just being dumb at like 40, what is this? Like around like 42, 43 minutes. So Walkero on Zuku's side and Scarlet on Trif's side, both gonna be used. That's gonna grab a Scarlet, presumably for here. And then maybe just a Conquistador, Walkero. Oh, we also use a Scarlet. Alright, he's just gonna set Walkero. Trif gonna go ahead and set Conquistador. Yeah, just the fact that I didn't see the Golden Lord move, like when Conquistador and the Scarlet were both resolving. Yeah, that's why I got confused, because I don't recall it actually just moving to the graveyard and then being summoned back. I think that's why I just totally didn't understand what was happening. Also, why is this in the main monster zone? I have no idea. I'm so confused. Man, this is just like frying my brain because like I'm just, I don't know. There's too much happening. Alright, Golden Lord, gonna go ahead and send away Conquistador. Gonna chain walk here in response and then chain the Scarlet. Jeez. A little bit surprising that he's actually choosing to summon from deck here. Because now he's playing the Ice Dragon's Prison. I mean, to be fair, Ice Dragon's Prison could like take care of his lord anyways. Because like any golden land on the field would be enough. But yeah, he's gonna banish Lord on resolution. Alright, so he's gonna normal summon the Ram on the back of that. Gonna go Borbo. If there's a Conquistador here, then this is gonna be quite solid. Because then you can't follow up with like a Barrage because of the order. He's gonna go Battle Phase. Will this attack connect? Ah, the skill drain. Alright, well, that is 2 floodgates. Okay, I did mention skill drain, like all the way back in turn 1. Always thinking. I wonder what this could be. Like what he could have as a response. Because it's not like he can chain Cosmic. Well, I mean, he could. It just would be negated. Wow, I just, I don't know, this is like crazy mirror to cast. Okay, so he's gonna go for an attack into the Huaquero. Yeah, putting these in defense makes it so that Borbo can still get in. So he's gonna take 11, 15 minus 4. Or actually 15 minus, actually it should be 0, right? Yeah, it should be 1500 damage because it's on 0. But he's going to go for Zeus, even though it's negated. Okay, he caught it. Yeah, skill gem made Borbo 0. He's gonna set 2. I believe this Conquistador is live. It is, so we can get access to another Scarlet. Oh, he's also gonna Ice Dragon. Hey, we did mention that this definitely could be relevant. So he's gonna go ahead and banish both the lords. So we're at a different type of impasse now. How are we going to out this 3k defense position? Zeus. It's gonna take at least another turn. We're gonna see Conquistador be used. That's gonna be able to set Scarlet. Yeah, this is not a matchup where you can afford to side out like your third copy of Lord or anything. If we saw anything in game 1. All of those were very, very needed. 50 minutes, my goodness. Are we really going to crest an hour on purely just gameplay? This is why time rules exist. Oh wow, going for White Destiny, huh? Oh no, we're out of Scarlets. I just realized the third one's in Graveyard. Okay, so Zugu's Eldlich engine is officially offline, so... well, he has like hard draw, Cursed Eldwind or a Golden Lord. And Cursed Eldwind's off because of the order. He has to pay for order here. And yeah, Trif actually looking pretty favored because like how do you out this 3k defense position? Zeus, it's just a wall. BLS did not boost its own attack. He's gonna use Scarlet. That's gonna set Conquistador. With no Lord, that is not super imposing at the moment. Yeah, I think Trif has this game. He doesn't really have to do anything. I mean, it's not like he has to do anything, but he definitely can, because he can go for Scarlet. If he wants to. Yeah, he's going to. Just gonna grab a second copy of Lord. We'll see what the play ends up being. This is a strenuous match. He's gotta pay for order. Oh my god, he's on a multiple of 700. He can actually die to his own order. That is hilarious. Trif gonna be going on the offensive here. Gonna crash into the BLS. As well as attack over the Wakero. Yeah, it does not matter if what Golden Lord or Golden Lance hit the grave anymore, because he went through all 3 Scarlet and he went through White Destiny. So I think the middle one was White Destiny. But yeah, White Destiny is negated, so it's like, or it would be negated rather by order. Yeah, I think Zugu actually is gonna not be able to survive past his own order. Just gonna set 1 and be able to use a Scarlet that can grab Conquistador. And that's just gonna seal anything. He doesn't even have to get Hawk Arrow anymore. I'd be surprised if Hawk Arrow had a target here. Maybe he's playing Black Awakening. He's gonna go ahead and set Conquistador on Trif's side. I'm like fairly confident there's no more targets, because we probably would have seen it in game 1, but who knows? Maybe it was like set the whole time, or just in his hand in that long game 1. Yeah, no targets. Excuse me. Yeah. Trif, like, I think, is aware of just the resources. This should be in Graveyard then. It can't even activate. Okay, he fixed it. Yeah, multiple of 700 actually going to be so relevant. I mean, that is if he can't even like find a way to block just an Eldritch attacking in for game. Wow. Crazy, crazy series of events. Like, Trif wins in 3 turns if he does nothing. Because you gotta think about it, right? Like, Ecclesia doesn't really do anything. Like, I mean, it can punishment, but I don't know, Trif doesn't really mind, because again, like, you can trade with Lord Effect and Grave with punishment forever. Your opponent is not in a position to be able to Wakero, because, again, if he's only on 2 Wakero, he has no more. He's gonna set and pass. Like, you don't even have to do anything. Like, Trif can trade against punishment if needed, but he doesn't have to. He can just, yeah, put this in defense, just Like, let his opponent lose to his own order. Oh my. Wow. 35-minute game 1, 20-minute game 2 so far. If he can't make a play this turn, he's just gonna lose. Rest in peace. Dang. What a series of games here. Crazy. Oh man. Alright, well, we managed to not go over an hour. Judgment, Torrential, Trap Trick, Strike. Oh, Jesus. Okay. This is White Destiny, we know. That's Conquistador. That does nothing right now. And what is this last set? Evenly. Cards in hand. Trif wants to know everything. We won't be able to see. But, guys, that's going to do it for the video. If you stuck around this long, leave a comment. Definitely let me know if you guys enjoyed this. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like and show us your thoughts or feedback in the comments. Subscribe for more informative Yu-Gi-Oh content. If you want to, you can follow me on all social media platforms or support me via Patreon or TCG Player. All links in the description as always. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.